Hi guys, so I will tell you right off, I am sitting in my bed in my RV and doing my video here because it is freezing outside, which means it's freezing inside. And I do have some space heaters, but I have found when it's really cold, they don't really do the job. So I kind of enclose myself and my dog in my bedroom with one of the heaters running and close the door, and we stay pretty warm, and I'm under an electric blanket. So that is why I'm sitting in my bed. And if you're wondering what this fuzzy thing is, it's holding this frame. It's a picture frame I got off a mirror, a huge mirror, and I use it to decorate, and I love the way it looks on my headboard. And I had to hold it up there somehow, and I got it up there using that piece of tool, and I just haven't revamped it or done anything with it. So that's what that is. One of these days when it gets warmer, I will give you guys a tour of my RV and show you some of the design elements I've done just to make it look a little bit more homey. So I do have a thought I want to talk about tonight, and that is why a lot of people fail with MLMs. And there are a few points I want to bring across in the hopes that it will help whoever is watching this in their business and their side hustle, or as they move forward into a side hustle if they want to do that, if they want to work online or work from home. And one of the big reasons why I feel that a lot of people do fail in this industry is because most people are used to working a job. Like, they're used to having a boss over them, they're used to having to punch in and punch out on a time clock, and they're used to having somebody pretty much tell them what to do. And when you become someone either that's self-employed, and I've been there, done that, and or into a side hustle like an MLM, or whatever it is you're doing online, it isn't like that. Usually it just pretty much falls on you. Whatever you do is up to you. And a lot of people don't have the self-discipline it takes to stay dedicated and put the time into the business that they need to put into it. So that's a huge reason why a lot of people fail. I know of people right now that they'll join a business and just never really do anything with it. And then they wonder why it's not doing anything for them. So, but yeah, that's one reason. And then another reason I think that people fail is if they're not in the right business, if they're not in the right side hustle. You really have to find something to do that fits you, not only you, but pretty much the people around you, and like, you have to think about the economy and where the world is at right now in terms of how do they shop, how do they spend, where are we at. You have to look at trends and different things that are going on in the marketplace. And one big thing right now is people shop to save money. They don't want to spend high dollar on high dollar products. They want, I have a lot of people I know, and I'm sure you do too, that if you try to sell them something, I guarantee you they're going to go straight to Amazon and see if they can get it for cheaper. So you cannot come across to people with a high dollar product and expect them to want whatever it is you have. Because especially right now with the economy and the shape it's in, you can't do that and expect to get anywhere. So that right there is a recipe for failure. And right along with that is if you have products that kind of was talking about products, but if you have a high dollar expense to get in whatever company you're in, because the way MLM works is you sign up other people to share what you have. It's networking, it's joining people together, and you end up working as a team and everybody makes money. But it's really hard to get people to do that if the cost to get in the business is too high. Just like the products. If the products are overpriced, more than likely nowadays people are not going to get into it. Or if they do, they're not going to stay in it very long. And then the same thing goes with the business model, whatever it may be. If it's $500 you have to invest to get in, you're going to have a hard time finding people to do that nowadays. Probably more so than what you might have years ago. But you have to have the right company, the right fit, the right business model, because you're not going to get anywhere if it's something that's too costly to people. And it's like some of these companies, they have not only the high cost to get in, but they have the high price of staying in, you usually have your auto ship. You have to have this product sent to you every month, and it's usually a high dollar amount for each month. I mean, let's face it, in today's economy, even 50 bucks or 70 bucks would be too much to do every month for some people. And then sometimes it's a lot more than that. And there's a lot of people right now, the masses. There might be a few people out there that is nothing, but the masses cannot afford to do that right now. And so you want to make sure you have the right fit for where you're at, where the economy is at, and just the trends of how people shop and do things nowadays. Because if you have something that's kind of fighting against the grain of all that, you're not going to get anywhere with it. And then I think another reason that people fail in this industry and MLMs altogether is because they don't give it enough time. A lot of people want something they can get in and earn and right away, boom, 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 and it just doesn't happen that way. Especially if you're someone like me. I work a 9 to 6 job every day. I have church in a couple evenings a week. I have church on Sundays. I have to work some weekends, and so I don't expect my business to grow as fast as some people's because I'm not able to put 100% of my attention into it. But being in that situation, you have to make sure you are dedicating a certain amount of time into your business, or you're not going to get anywhere with it. And that comes into the self-discipline and stuff I talked about at the beginning. You have to, make sure you are self-disciplined enough to make your business a priority. But yeah, some people don't give it enough time. Some people will, after 2 or 3 months, are like, oh, I didn't make the money they said I would make, so I'm done. No, you can't do that. I've been in the business I'm in now for about a little over 3 months. And I'm just as motivated and just as passionate about it as I was in the beginning. I see growth, and to me, slow growth is better than no growth. And so I see growth in any little step along the way that is a positive. Any little growth I get, I'm excited about, because I know if I just keep pushing and keep driving and keep building, it's going to get where I want it to be someday. And there again, you have to find a business that you can afford to be in long term. If it is not a long-term solution for you, it's not going to work for you. The last business I was in ended up being a 3-month stint for me because I could not afford to be in it long term. I wasn't getting anywhere with it for all the reasons I just told you as far as cost goes. So you have to have something that you can reasonably and proudly and be able to stand by. You have to be able to stand by your product. You have to be able to stand by the cost of your product. And you have to be able to stand by the business model. So guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Those are a few points I wanted to bring out. I hope it helps somebody. If you're thinking about getting into this industry, or maybe you already are and you're struggling, hit me up. My link is on my channel, and please leave a comment. I can definitely help you if you're struggling, and I can give you some tips along the way. And I can get you pointed in the right direction. If you're in something that you're not happy with, and maybe it's fighting against, all the things I just mentioned, maybe you need to pivot into something else that makes more sense. And I will tell you one thing nowadays, guys, that makes sense is people pay for memberships, and they pay memberships to get lower prices. That is the trend. I have a secret. I'm in something like that, and it's pretty amazing. Guys, hit me up. I'm going to let you go with that thought. I will be coming back tomorrow and telling you a little bit more about things. And I'm also going to give you a tour of my RV once it warms up. I just can't do it right now. It'll warm up. I'll get it all cleaned up. It's not really dirty, but you know how it is. I've moved everything into the bedroom just so I can stay warm. But I'm going to give you a tour of my RV, and we'll talk more about RV living. But I definitely wanted to help you in your side hustle, help you make some extra money at home, and get to the top so that we can all be amazing. Y'all have a good night.